right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get you your message for April. Just gonna pull one more card here. And bonus card. Okay, Cancer, I see you right now as the Ten of Pentacles. Really thinking about your finances, your next financial moves. This might be, if you have a partner, you might be discussing like getting a joint account or having some sort of like IRA or retirement fund. And I don't know if like there's something about, I think the conversation of finances has come up a lot. And there might have been this like, I don't want to share, or I don't want to be burdened by like having this other person know what I'm doing with my money. But now I almost see you changing your mind. Like, this is not a competition. There's no judgment here. This is a partnership. So if that resonates, take it. And if not, maybe you yourself, Cancer, are just thinking about like, how can I improve my finances? And what do I need to be doing differently? I think you are actually doing very well financially right now. And maybe in past that was very difficult, but you've gotten yourself out of the trenches and you've worked hard to get to this point of stability, financial groundedness. However, I see you're kind of burning out. The Queen of, sorry, I know there's a glare. The Queen of Wands is like very powerful energy, but it's in the challenge position. So I feel like you've almost exhausted your power by grinding so hard to get to this point. And this doesn't mean that this is like gone forever. I think you just need a very long vacation or something. Like something needs to be cared for, and you're tired, and that's okay. You're a human being. Yeah, I see like lots of energy was moving quickly. Like after this period of stagnation, not feeling like you had your finances, you worked hard, this energy moved, and you're like, oh, I'm tired. Like I made some bold moves, but now this energy has sort of burned out. This is one of the fastest moving cards, and I feel like you kind of crashed and burned. And not to say that you're not feeling proud of yourself because you worked so hard. I think you're just like, I notice in other areas of my life, like maybe emotionally, I feel exhausted, or I don't feel as patient as I normally am. Maybe I'm snapping at people, or you're kind of, your empathy is almost, if you work in like a service industry or healthcare, mental health, something like that, I feel like you have caregiver fatigue or empathy burnout. So I think you just really need a break is what I'm getting. In the past, you were really laying down these seeds of foundation, like starting small to build something bigger. You started getting recognized for your efforts. And if this isn't work related, maybe this was like a relationship you were slowly fostering and growing. And over time, everything started expanding and growing. This fast moving energy worked with you. And boom, Nine of Cups, emotional fulfillment. This is like the wish card. Everything that you had wished for came to fruition. Not everything, but like a big part of what you had been dreaming of did come to fruition. And you're reflecting on like, I did that. That was me. That was me, guys. And you're seeing like when you put your time and energy into something, how incredible it is to reap the benefits of that power. But it needs to be replenished because I see you right now are kind of in this like, this is a tough card. I almost feel like you put in so much work and so much time, invested so much energy, only to be met with a lack of reciprocity or a betrayal of some kind. This is like a pretty intense card. So there could have been like a cheating situation, or maybe you weren't getting compensated fairly, or something was just overlooked. And this can also be about self-betrayal. Like maybe you put so much time into other people or building something that you have completely lost sight of yourself. You might be feeling a little depressed right now. And I wonder if that's due to lack of sleep or just feeling burned out. I feel like that needs to be addressed. And everything I'm talking about, I feel like you probably already know. So just, I'm not judging you. I see you starting to really set boundaries. And I think you are aware because you're like, I can only carry so much. Like my empathy is, like, I'm very empathetic. I absorb a lot of people's emotions, but now I need a break. So I can't hold everything for people, and I'm going to really assert that boundary so that I can care for myself. And I think you're in this stage of recognizing that you need to just focus on you right now, Cancer. But as you're focusing on yourself, I see you kind of recognizing how intense it feels, and now you're in this avoidant energy. Like, okay, I touched a little bit on this, and now I need to retreat and go play some video games or go hang out with friends and not really dig deeper into why I feel depressed or anxious or whatever it may be that's consuming you and making you feel burned out. I don't think you're doing anything sneaky. I think you are really just feeling emotionally overwhelmed, and it's some avoidance is here with you. And I think you're really hoping to wrap up the world is like ending cycles, difficult cycles. I think you're really hoping to wrap up some of these difficult themes. Whatever this is, I think you're really wanting this to be over, because this seems really intense. And I think part of this avoidance is not digging deeper into why this feels so intense. Part of you is just hoping this goes away on its own, but I think you know deep down this needs to be dealt with, and it's not going anywhere unless you're really honest with yourself about all the events that played out to get to that point. And I see you now looking ahead. You're starting to make some plans with these boundaries in place. Like, how long do I need to be in this mode? Does this need to be permanent with some people or situations? And how can I move forward empowered and get back into this energy of feeling confident and having all this energy in emotional fulfillment? So I'm going to pull you one more card here and just see what's coming in this upcoming energy with the Three of Wands. What's coming up for Cancer? I'm just going to pull three, actually. What's coming up for Cancer? Okay, so first card out is the Seven of Wands. I see you standing your ground. Like, really, people might actually be a little, not upset, but just like annoyed with you that you're holding your boundaries so steadily. And you're gonna have to stand your ground and just express why it's necessary you do this. The next card coming out is the Fool. I feel like these boundaries are actually going to allow you to start something new. And that may require leaving some people behind or a work situation. And the third and final card is the Ace of Swords. You're going to be seeking a lot of clarity. Clarity is going to come to the surface, and you might actually be sharing what's been on your mind. Touching on some of this, I think sharing this truth with the people around you is going to be liberating and allow you to replenish your energy, because you no longer feel responsible for protecting other people's emotions. You're really speaking your truth about what's real, why you need to be holding your boundaries. Because had you been continuing to hold other people's emotions and space for them and not caring for yourself, it would have prevented you from moving forward with these new opportunities. It would have been blocking you. So Cancer, this is a new season, self-honoring, validating what's real for you, caring for yourself, and letting go of these caretaking patterns that keep you blocked. So this is looking really good. There are some hard things in here, and I have compassion for you. So take care of yourself, Cancer, and I will see you in the next message.